Chapter 12: AIR, Water and Weather. Weather. The day-to-day conditions of environment at a particular place is called weather. Weather on the earth depends on temperature, air, pressure, humidity, winds, clouds. A change in any of these elements brings about a change in weather, role of the sun. The sun plays an important role in causing changes in weather conditions. The movement of the wind is affected by the heat of the sun. The heat of the sun heats up the air, making it lighter and rise. This movement of air causes winds. We all know that the earth moves around the sun. This movement is called revolution. The earth is also tilted on its axis at such an angle that the side of the earth closer to the sun has longer and hotter days and thus has summer. The part of the earth away from the sun has cooler and shorter days and has winter. The earth also moves on its own axis. This is called rotation. Revolution causes change in seasons while rotation causes day and night. The sun also brings changes in the state of water, causing humidity and rain. The sun's heat changes water into water vapor. The tiny droplets of water join to form clouds. When the clouds become heavy enough, water vapor transforms into water and falls down as rain. In cold areas, it falls down as snow. AIR air is present all around us. Air also contains water vapor, smoke, dust, and germs besides gases. Moving air is called wind. Fast and strong winds can cause a storm. Hot and cold air move differently. Sea breeze and land breeze. Land surface is hotter than water bodies during the day when the sun shines. The difference in temperature causes difference in air pressure. Hot air is lighter than cold air. Hot air rises upwards, creating a low air pressure on the surface of land. To fill the gap, the air from high pressure area moves towards the low pressure area in the form of wind. This is called sea breeze. The reverse happens at night when the sea is warmer and the land cools. Breeze from the land blows towards the sea. That is called the land breeze. Wind helps us in many ways. It helps the plants to disperse seeds. It helps to dry our clothes faster. It helps birds and insects to fly. Windmills run due to the movement of wind. Water. About 2/3 of Earth's surface is covered with water. Water is not found only in oceans, seas, and rivers, but it is also found underground. Water is also present in air. The amount of water vapor present in the air is called humidity. Water changes its form on heating and cooling. Evaporation. The heat of the sun slowly changes the water on the surface of the earth into water vapor. This process of change of water into water vapor on heating is called evaporation. Evaporation of water takes place faster when the temperature of the surroundings is high, the air is dry, there is a strong wind, the exposed surface area of water is large. Condensation. On cooling, water vapor changes into water again. This is called condensation. Rain, fog, dew, and frost all are formed by the process of condensation. When water evaporates, its vapor rises up. It is cold at greater heights and water vapor cools and changes into tiny droplets of water. These droplets join together to make clouds. When clouds become heavy with water, they burst and we get rain. Fog. This occurs when thick clouds of tiny drops of water form just above land or water. Dew. In cold winter mornings, we see droplets of water on the grass and on leaves. This is called dew. Frost. When the weather is very cold, dew drops freeze into tiny ice crystals called frost. Hail. When the raindrops pass through a very cold region of the atmosphere, they freeze and form hail. Snow. When water vapor is suddenly cooled, it freezes into tiny white snowflakes. Impurities in water. The water in wells, rivers, and lakes is not pure due to the presence of impurities. Impurities can be soluble impurities which cannot be seen, like salts, etc., and insoluble impurities which can be seen like sticks, mud, stone, etc. Germs present in water also make water impure. Ways to remove insoluble impurities: sedimentation and decantation. In this method, water is allowed to stand undisturbed in a container for some time. The impurities that are heavier than water settle down at the bottom. This process of settling down of heavier insoluble impurities is called sedimentation. Once the sediments have settled down, we can see clear water at the top. This clear water is then poured gently into another container without disturbing the settled impurities. This process is called decantation. Filtration. The process of separating insoluble impurities from a liquid using a filter paper is called filtration. In this process, water is passed through the filter paper kept in a funnel. The impurities are left behind on the filter paper, and only pure water passes through it and gets collected in the container. Water taps usually have filters to purify water. Filtration is a better process than decantation to purify water, as it can also remove impurities that are lighter and float on the surface of water. Though we can obtain clear water by these methods, water may still contain germs and be unfit for drinking. So, we must purify the water to make it safe for drinking. Bleaching powder also kills germs in water. Potassium permanganate should be used to purify well water. Boiling is the simplest way to purify water. Water should be boiled for at least 10 minutes in order to kill germs. Tips to save water. Following are some ways to save water. Never leave the tap open while brushing your teeth. Use a watering can to water the plants. Wash your car using water in a bucket instead of using a hosepipe. Turn off the tap properly so that no water drops.